as the title of this stream likely might suggest, this may or may not be the finale to this game. Because I've got one more area in the overworld to find. One more. The only problem is I do not know if whether or not after this last bit I'll be done with the game or if they'll pull another final boss out. I have no idea. All I know is, got a new suit. Suit reduces the amount of damage, it increases the amount of damage I can do to enemies, which is very nice. Yeah. And besides that, wait, was there a side quest I missed over here? I don't remember. But yeah, we had one more to go to. I don't remember exactly where it is. So I'm gonna have to find the red marker thingamabob. But yeah, we got a bit too, our main character rather, got a bit too hasty in wanting to fix the dealio and get whatever star drive she wanted fixed up, and that led to her causing her friendly AI robot companion to go on the fritz. Oh, it's that way. Yeah, hope all you're doing. Well, excuse me. Hope you all are doing well today. I'm doing fine myself. Had some dinner with my family, which was good. And if I sound like I'm in a particularly heavy food coma today, it's because I am. I had a fair amount to eat, so if I start to yawn excessively, like I normally, and I mean even more so than I normally do when I stream, there you go. Going through the whole food coma process. But yeah, I figured, you know, before I go on my holidays, go on my own holiday vacation, I'd like to at least get this game done. Because this game's short and sweet, and I've enjoyed myself with it, but it's about time that I move on to others for my PS5. But yeah. Really, the final area.
This must be where the rest of Auric's elders live.
Damn, this is cool. Alright, what's this? Page torn from the journal.
Another planet grows larger. First it was a speck, but now I can make out where land and water meet. I cannot bear to see the death of another world. It may be the natural law here, but watching life and death on such a scale is the duty of gods, not a simple Veruki. Garner told me to meet him at the Crystal Palace if I ever wanted to take the panacea. It's a treacherous journey, but I will swallow the fear. With each step, I know I'm on the right path, Paragon Dandapause.
Alright, so now we got... Damn, that place looks cool. Hopefully it doesn't have a bunch of toxic waterfalls, because that actually would be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna do a little bit of searching around. Excuse me. And nothing on that. Okay. Just checking. And yeah, we'll have one more... I mean, considering the trends, we'll have one more suit to look at. Oh, that's an insta-kill. Okay, I thought like, oh no, you just kind of like splash there. No, that's... Is that lava? Yes, it is lava. It is indeed lava. Okay, good to know. Those look like thermal reactors of some kind. The luminous peak. Okay. Ooh. I like the look of that one too. All of the fucking boss monsters in this game have looked really cool. Although my favorite is probably the one that I fought earlier. The one that had like the giant
standing in my way.
sword thing, I want to assume. Okay, so loops around here. I fucking adore that I only have to do one hit. So nice. Alright, what's this one? Final suit.
It seems I've drawn the short straw, and I must now traverse these lava flows to find a suitable calibration point for the starseed conduit. My hazard suit ensured I was the only viable candidate. Scans indicate this area was formed from two distinct planets. One made of molten pyroxenes, the other even stranger. It appears to be an ultra-dense crust comprised of nearly every scientifically known compound. The heat drives these fungi wild, and there are plenty of nutrients in the soil to propel their growth. If I had more time, I'm sure I could learn something useful for our agriculture back home.
It's almost sounding like maybe
Tufty must be
void-like existence in the black hole could have its own form of life outside of living normally in the universe. Or something like that, I don't know. I'm not a astronomer. I think it's astronomer. God, the dumbest thing that I could ever say is saying astronomy is the same as astrology or vice versa. It's a very common mistake to make. Not to compare the two, but to essentially mistake one for the other. Okay, that's what I was planning on doing. Just taking care of the enemies. Okay. Got that taken care of. Alright, where does that lead? Leads up there. Okay. But Schwalke's over here.
Must be the Crystal Palace Auric mentioned, but it's sealed shut. Better come back later.
Oh, I like that the smoky effect on the hair, I think, is like a blue gradient kind of thing. It looks really cool. I like it. Ow. Let's check this over here. Okay, so I think this next suit might give me the ability to dash on the lava. If not that, then be heat resistant and not die instantly. I have no idea. Oh, great. Well, that's just wonderful. Ow. Why did I stay down? Why did I stay in that line? I'm an idiot. There we go. Perfect. Bonk.
These mushrooms are new.
That's a weak point. Maybe this is meant to take care of the lava? Can't tell. Because I want to find that suit before I destroy the boss. Alright, well, I definitely can't make it past here until I've taken care of the weak spot, so yeah, might as well do that now. Yep. Okay. How am I supposed to get up there? Wait, then how am I supposed to get up there then? Because I can't stay on that while the... Yeah. Is there something I'm missing? Ah, wait. Where's the yellow thing that I'm supposed to take that to then? Ah. I see. That's a... Ah, damn it, too slow. Too slow on that, but that was a cool looking image. The fucking... Man, Heart Machine are fucking great with their art direction. Whatever their next game is, I am very confident it will look really cool. I can't even get on those rocks either. Cool. In that case... Oh, cool, shortcut. It's actually really nice. All right. Let's break this apart. that jump, though. Unfortunately. There we go. So the next cache is here.
I found the most spectacular library, filled with cultural volumes beyond comprehension. A catalog of ancient lore and artifacts from across the galaxy. If only the Academy could witness this font of knowledge, we could answer the greatest scientific puzzles known to this world. It is unfortunate we will not have time to index these. The calibrations of the starseed are too fragile to leave any room for imprecision.
I'm sure you managed to scan a few things, but
Basically, she got a Dark Souls style Vatividia lore boner. Sorry, I was about to say load boner, but then that's a very different thing. Alright. Actually, wait. I think it was. Yeah. That way. I'm supposed to go. Okay. Wait, is there something? Oh! Oh. I thought... Never mind. I thought that was something that it clearly wasn't. What is... Actually, wait. I might miss something. You never know with these collectathon-ish platformers. I may miss something that could be... Actually, this has been pretty linear so far as last levels go. Well, that was fun, but I don't think that helped me. Oh, no, that was... Oh. Oh, that was a way to the other side. Alright, well, here's the thing I'm supposed to activate.
one conduit closer to activating the starseed.
Calculation.
Oh.
Send location data to your
No! I'll find a way to get you back online. Hang in there, Sid.
Alright, and that Yeah, looks like the map is pretty filled out.
Network interference detected. Loading emergency services.
I'll get you back online, Sid.
Alright, there's that, which I'll take care of shortly. Before I get to here.
Nice.
That's a shortcut.
Whatever plant these roots are from must be hardy. It's growing right next to the lava.
Yeah, because wouldn't something, like, start to catch fire, or at least char, when there's that much smoke next to it?
It's bad enough seeing these in Ark's hovel. Ooh, hanging them from the ceiling doesn't help.
Poem written by Arik, titled Prayer.
Elders of spore and mildew, help us see that without spores, the mildew would not be.
Is this
Umbra
Arik?
Elder.
No.
Time to use the spore song. Elders who dream in corpuscular.
Hey, Combo, how's it going?
divinity, Part the eternal veil, and I can't remember the words. Better check my log. An Umbra Elder. Time to use the spore song. Elders who dream in crepuscular.
Crepuscular, that was it.
impart and elders.
I am the tender of the garden.
I'm good, just went through my old 3DS and take a trip down memory lane.
4,200
Funny enough, I did that exact same thing.
Strangled
I
by ethereal vines.
I
am Umbra.
I decided to just think like, hey, eShop's trending on Twitter, and I've been looking through the Switch eShop, and there are some things that I've been interested in, but I wanted to look through 3DS just for old time's sake, because, God, I don't even know if you can add funds to your 3DS wallet. Can you? Like, I mean, obviously the 3DS shop is still available, considering, you know, it's not impossible. Like, you can still reach it, but can you, like, add funds to your 3DS eShop thing? I have no clue, because, I don't know, depending on what might be on sale, or what could be bought, I might do something there. Who knows? Didn't feel like sad looking at the pics, surprisingly. Felt nice. Should have taken more pics as a kid. There's a large Shin Megami Tensei sale. Oh, yeah, SMT4 and SMT4 Apocalypse are on sale. That's right. I'm not sure if I'd go for that, though. I don't know. I'm kind of in the air about that. I was looking through the Virtual Console because I want to support the Virtual Console to make Nintendo actually open their eyes and see that Virtual Console is the most preferred method of trying to get retro games back on your modern platforms, Nintendo. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna buy anything on the 3DS eShop. If anything, I'd rather just re-download a bunch of games or something.
Ah, sweet Auric, gentle Umbra, fellow gardener. Your love of life is your curse. I too once was deceived by the mirage that is living. Take heed of my warning. Our life's purpose is to cultivate the dead.
Yeah, I've also been just mostly
Only in
game
the
bargain
eternal
hunting as well.
garden can souls find
Nothing really
rest
changed.
purpose. Join us now, or be cast out for eternity.
Nothing really changed. I was just kind of strategizing what games I want to get on certain platforms, because a lot of the games that I'm interested in are the same price across all platforms. So it really is just a matter of, like, which platform do I prefer for which game. I've decided that if I'm getting a Metroidvania on the sales, which I most likely will, I'm definitely not going to get it on the Switch, because as you guys have heard from me before, 2D controls using the D-pad on the Switch Pro controller sucks because the Switch's Pro Controller D-pad sucks. It sucks. I proved it in my Flynn Son of Crimson stream series. That D-pad is just not good. It is not a good D-pad. It's a decent controller, terrible D-pad. The D-pad takes it from like a 9 out of 10 potential thing down controller down to like a 7. Like, it's good, but the D-pad really needs to be better. Like, they need to put out a new Pro Controller with a far better D-pad. So if I were to get a Metroidvania, I'd probably just get it on the PS5. Which, funny enough, I was looking at Ender Lily's Quietest of the Nights, because I hear that game's good. As for other games, my statement about the D-pad thing pertains only to games that are 2D based, like Ender Lilies or to thrown out an example, Hollow Knight. Those I wouldn't play on the Switch because the D-pad's shite, but I'd play it on PC or PlayStation because the D-pads on those are much better. So I'm just kind of looking around, and then I remembered Unsighted is on sale and now available, and I liked the way that game played from the demo I did a while back. And that game's 2D, but it's not like platformer Metroidvania-ish 2D and like side perspective, if that makes... It's not profile 2D, I guess. It's more top-down in the vein of Hyper Light Drifter. So I think I may get that for the Switch. As for others, I was thinking maybe Death's Door for the Switch, because that game sounds like it's fun. I don't know, kind of on the fence there. I know for certain I want to get that Voice of Cards game on the Switch, the game I did a demonstration on with Jordan a while back, because I liked the vibe the game gave off, and besides Nier Automata, it'd be like another Yoko Taro game I'd have on my cap. As for others, I mean, I have a lot of games in my library. I know I want to find another roguelite to have on the backdrop, because I liked when I had Moonlighter on as sort of my constant whenever all of my other games were changing or were longer running, like this one and Yakuza, and what was another one that I was doing that was a big one? Point is, having something there that's like a constant roguelike experience to sort of be the vibe game would work really well, especially since I beat Hades on my stream playthrough as well as my personal one. So yeah, I've kind of Hades'd out that whole deal.
A seedy plot. You are not Auric. An abomination. Something outside of life. A blight on the garden. Your pungent ichor offends our senses. Be gone.
You smells like stinky pee-pee poo-poo.
My world is on a collision course with this place. Has a planet ever survived an impact like that?
Survival isn't everything, Biotic. All lives ended in the void will have a place in the eternal garden. Let us assure you, there is nothing to fear in death.
Come, Bender. You like being dead. That's what they said about being alive. If I could do a John DiMaggio Bender impersonation, but I can't. The best voice I could impersonate from John DiMaggio is his Joker, and even then, that one is shaky. I think my 3DS was the only console that survived middle school and high school. Just about everyone else is broke some kind of way. That's the power of a console with no moving parts. Haven't been looking into any more Switch games. I can afford a PS5, but I don't see anything I'm dying to play. I want to give the Quest another chance, but I'm gonna wait to see if Facebook keeps their promise and removes the account requirement, hopefully in 2022. And no, that doesn't mean you need a Meta account instead. Yeah, I got a PS5 because, well, the opportunity arose, and I feel like it would have been better to at least get it sooner rather than later, because I felt at this point, if I didn't get it now, then I wouldn't be able to get it any other time. And also, I do plan on playing some of the PS5 exclusives at some point, like Returnal or Demon's Souls. And also, I wanted to play some of my PS4 games that are more graphically intensive without having the console turn into a jet engine. Like, you guys have seen my previous PS4 streams. You know that like, playing Monster Hunter World, for instance, or The Witcher 3 would turn my PS4 into a jet engine. Like, I wanted to be able to play these games without hearing that, along with hearing, please fasten your seatbelts please fasten your seats in the upright position. Please secure in the event that the masks fall down, secure your mask first before assisting others. And, you know, this game I don't know if is graphically intensive compared to how it'd be on PS4, but PS5's pretty quiet. There's a lot of horror games on the Quest I'd like to try out. Yeah, so far that seems to be the deal with VR.
Doesn't help me
Either
at all.
shooters or horror,
My
or horror
people
shooters.
don't have to die. Please. They grow gardens in my world too. It'll all turn to ash if I can't stop it.
A poisonous aura chokes this place when you speak. The Highfake River. The little mushrooms have seen you, and they wither in dread. You are the bearer of Null. You have been removed from the sacred cycle, and are not fit to nurture the living or the dead. Please go. I must see to the little ones.
Wow, so she basically was just like, I won't help you, you smell like stinky. Alright, so that's a shortcut back to where I came from. Oh, that's a short window. Okay, so clearly I can't use that to get back. Balls. Yeah, that was expected. Needed to turn the camera around for that. Maybe maple syrup lake? No, this is lava. At first I thought it was not harmful either, but then I went into it and died instantly. So yeah, this is lava. See the little bubbles? There we go. Beautiful. Okay. But I mean, if you want to pour lava on your pancakes, I don't think anybody will stop you. There we go. I mean, there was that one channel that pulled that poured, was it like lava or no? It was molten metal, I think, on a hot dog. It was just really. Was it How to Basic? I don't remember who did that video. When it was a weird video where it was like somebody laid a hot dog down and there was just molten metal pouring on it. And then Gordon Ramsay reacted to it and he was like, fucking hell. I've had some shit in my life. I've had breast milk mac and cheese. So, but this is easily got to be one of the worst. So, yeah. Don't need to get that crystal. There. Man, this is nutty.
Can anything survive this heat?
I remember on one vid someone dropping a Chef Boyardee can in lava and exploding. Really? Well, I mean, there's air trapped in those, right? Wouldn't air just burst under extreme heat? I mean, I'm no chemist, but I like to at least I understand some sense of chemical reactions. Like, I mean, I think Boyardee probably think that's Boyardun when you've got all of that heat. There we go. Yes, I'm right? Okay, I wasn't sure, because remember, I like to think I'm well-rounded in terms of the head on my shoulders, but I also did not do so hot in chemistry because of all of the elements that you'd have to memorize and shit. So yeah, take my knowledge of chemistry with a grain of salt. I don't think I shouldn't say a brain of salt because that's just a Smash Melee player. Where's that Void Runner cache? Ah, there it is. Just let me. There we go. Beautiful. That and that. Okay. So, in other news, besides mostly trying to...
My task is
Wow, I'm
complete.
forgetting the words I'm thinking
The
about.
conduit is assembled, but hope
I'll remember
evades
after
me.
this, probably.
The starseed can only reverse the physical properties of the ultra void. I fear time itself is now the enemy of our people. And the window has passed. There will never be another sunrise on the shores of Barrows. Every blade of grass weighed heavy by condensation, evaporated. Every musical reverberation muted. My love, Lyra, you and our daughter will fade into the night as cosmic dust. I should have stayed home to enjoy the last few days we had left. What a fool I was to come here.
You did it for them, Tufty. But don't lose hope. We'll figure this out.
Considered homebrewing your 3DS? I mean, a lot of people do that for their Wiis and their, and I think the Wii U is now also getting stuff done with that. Like, people are finding out how to do stuff with that. So, who knows at this point? But yeah, I've never been one to know how to homebrew or jailbreak things. Oh, come on! Just because I missed the grapple prompt there. Oh, it just zones in on you. Reason why is because I want to play old game called Contact by Atlas. I showed it to you once. It's a rare game and the price is high for a card. Yeah, that's also part of the reason why a lot of people tend to homebrew or jailbreak their systems, is to be able to emulate old games like that, because let's face it, the Virtual Console is essentially an emulator, and funny enough, apparently even arcades in Japan use emulators too. Like, a few years ago, I watched this vlog from Pat Stares At on Twitch, back when he was still with the Super Best Friends. And where? There we go. And he was in an arcade full of fighting game cabinets, and it was like, hey, check this out, there's totally an emulator in this machine, like it's not even a full-ass arcade setup, it's just an emulator. And for a split second, you can see the Windows logo for a PC, so it's like, yeah, there, it's definitely an emulation of an arcade. Alright. So that done. Got that Void Runner cache. Where to now? Oh, so as I was saying about besides bargain hunting for games, I also just went under the deal of like, okay, if I don't start this now, I'm never gonna start at least watching it. I started the first episode of Arcane because, you know, Arcane kind of became the big, it kind of is the big thing for people on Netflix right now, or that watch Netflix, and I mean, cool. It's kind of funny that Riot apparently has a big controversy with abuse towards its employees when, you know, they somehow are able to create a show and lore that are really beloved right now. And so far, I can say for certain that I'm immensely impressed by the visuals. I think the characters are charming, and I think the world looks fucking cool. Like, I love me a cool looking steampunk world, and Arcane's world is fucking cool looking. And it does feel weird about how a lot of the time spin-offs of League of Legends end up becoming more popular and or, in some cases, better than actual League of Legends. I mean, this is coming from somebody like me who's never played a League game in his life. I debated about starting it, but then my assistant teacher for choir essentially told me, don't. Like, he was a gamer, and he said, don't. When I played it, it was the most rage-inducing experience I'd ever had. So, yeah, I was like, okay, don't get into League of Legends. Good. I'll just enjoy the whatever lore bits I hear about, and enjoy the good old cultured stuff that comes out from dedicated animators. If you get my drift. Wink. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Because it's like, the lore at the very least, the lore seems to be the thing that kind of has League, at least, it's what's keeping its casual audience. Like, obviously its hardcore audience loves it as a game, and plays it as a game, and competitively goes through it as a game. But me and others just hear lore bits and we're like, oh, that sounds cool. Why don't they make games about these characters? So this dude seems to be a rune maker of some kind.
This must be one of the Umbra Elders. Better better use the chant art gave
You
me.
saved yourself? I bet I did. I mean, if I was... I mean, there's probably a reason why a whole lot of leagues or competitive teams exist. Because it's free. The game's free. So's...
Elders who dream in crepuscular heart the and elders.
I am the collector of the missing. I died 601 cycles ago, nose buried in a tomb. I am Umbra.
Like, no game or no piece of media is free of a bad part of a fandom, but... And thankfully I've avoided any kind of toxic League of Legends stories, but... Apparently League is one of the worst, if not the worst in gaming. Trying to think of others that have been bad in my experience. I'd probably say, since I'm streaming SMT5 too, I'd say Persona and SMT have a pretty conflicting fan base, and even Persona within its own sub fandom has its own fandom qualms, being like, oh, you pick the modern Personas like 3 through 5 and dare call yourself a Persona fan when you haven't played 1 and 2, truly the more deep and enriching story-based contents. Do your games have Hitler in them? No, your games don't have Hitler in them.
One acolyte, Auric, remains apart from the Umbra when they are long past due, joining us. My Celium records indicate you have only managed to bring one lost soul into the eternal cycle during your time amongst the living. A garden must not only be well tended, but full of diverse life forms, Auric. Wait. Something else. I detect another soul. You are not Auric. The voices in my ears whisper that you are not what you seem. What the void divided shall no Umbra unite. How cryptic, incomplete, and pointlessly poetic. Such are the voices of timeless beings, but I have never known them to be absent a kernel of truth. You shall find no more help here.
I need to know if any other Void Runners are alive.
Oh, we suppose we could do one favor for a biotic with such an aura of guilt and desperation. We keep fastidious records of all biotic visitors. Let me consult them for you.
Seeking those kinds of arguments reminds me that I'm actually living my life. Yeah, some people... There are just people in gaming fandoms and other types of fandoms that just wake up and want to hate, or wake up and their life is just trying to piss people off in forums or something, just to get a rise because it makes them feel acknowledged and makes them feel like they exist. You know, like the whole, like the typical sweaty nerd in the basement mentality there, I guess.
How fascinatingly dreadful. Another traveler bore the same burden as you. It seems they had brushed off our aid in favor of attempting to rekindle the light of a dead star.
Where are they now?
I'm afraid I don't know, dear stranger. I fear endless life makes my kind into hysterical historians. I must exhaust the last of my hospitality to tell you to leave. Your soul is not fit for collecting. You had better see to that to ensure your place in the Eternal Garden.
The room is extremely hot and humid, but the streams of lava provide ample reading light. God, imagine you actually have... It's not junk, the collector. Okay.
Tufty would have loved spending time
Using
with
lava
these
as a
tablets.
fucking lamplight. Alright, well, look there. These tree people aren't being very helpful. They're giving cryptic clues and they're being like, oh, but God, it's like a bunch of noids from Disco Elysium. No, we can't talk to you, man. The signs are not right. Please don't turn Auric into a moralist. There we go. Got it. But yeah, I mean, I'm not unfamiliar with the prospects of a toxic fandom. I mean, you're talking to a former Ruby fan here. So, okay, I gotta clear these guys out. Ow. Motherfucker. Like, it's not, and the thing is, I'm not even just talking about people that made their careers out of criticizing one piece of a medium, and just, you know, are able to keep it up, keep the momentum going, because they just then are able to use their sense of charisma to keep going with whatever they're criticizing. But what I'm specifically talking about is people who wake up and whose lives revolve entirely around, like, shitting on other people's opinions about something, or just in general feeling like disregard towards the whole process of creation of a different of a product or a medium of some kind, and just being a douche, you know, just being somebody that just writes off any kind of betterment that the industry or the piece of entertainment may have, you know, attained, all because, like, God forbid you ever say something positive and then you start to lose your critical edge, and therefore the reason why people even subscribe to your ideas in the first place just falls apart. Because guess what? When you're not being angry, you're not funny. Or when you're not angry, you're not entertaining. Or when you're trying to be angry, you essentially just you just continuously have nothing left for yourself besides just being filled with, I don't know, you're a troll. You just become a troll. You just become somebody who wants to shit on stuff because it's all they know how to do, or at the very least it's all that they want to ever contribute, because if they can't contribute to anything else, then at least they can contribute to that. Have some respect. Yeah, exactly. It's like, as I said, former Ruby fan. Is Ruby a perfect show? Absolutely not. I have not heard anything awful about it right now, but that's just because I cut myself off from that fandom a long time ago, and I haven't watched any of it since the recent season ended, and apparently the recent seasons, the most recent season that might come out is delayed to next year.
Deep beneath our
I don't know.
planet's crust, surrounded by magma vents, it emitted a faint but consistent gamma wave. I wasn't sure what to make of it, but Pyatt was convinced it wanted to be found, that it was divine intervention, God in the machine. Now I see he told me what I wanted to hear. He told me if we built it, then science as we knew it would be upended. He tells everyone they want to hear, and I'm afraid in this darkest of hours, he found an here in the rookie. It's not too late. He deactivated, destroyed. If only she could hear me. If there really is a God, then God help us all.
Tufty, why would you want to deactivate the starseed?
Alright. Well, we got that taken care of. Yeah, having some respect for creators is always something. Even if you don't agree with the way they do their show or anything, if you don't respect the people making the show, then frankly, all you're doing is just being a douche. You're just being a douche. Now, if you want to criticize a particular aspect of a show, then that's all well and good. Like, I've seen my fair share of shows have their highs in certain areas and their lows in others. Like, hey, animation for this one show is really good, but the writing leaves way too much to be desired, or something along those lines. Or you end up with one of those shows that you just hate to keep, or you hate to love, you know, the whole love-hate relationship. You ever have that combo, or chat? You ever have one of those shows that, for whatever fucking reason, you just cannot bring yourself you can't bring yourself to stop watching it, even with how much of a dumpster fire it ends up becoming in terms of a writing sense, or literally, or almost any other sense. Like, it's just watching a fucking car crash in slow motion, or watching just an extremely passionate but god-awful B-movie. Like, you can't help but be fascinated, or you can't help but be invested in it, because it does those one things on occasion where it's just like, you almost had it, you almost had a good bit there, and you fucked it. You almost had a good bit there, and you fucked it. You fucked it hard. Oh god, that was a bad idea. Yeah, not anymore though. Yeah, same. I think it was Ruby for me, actually. It had moments where I was just like, this could evolve past what people say it is, you know? This show has so much cool stuff and cool potential. But, motherfucker, it just drops the ball a few times, and it just, like, it butterfingers the ball so horribly. Oh god. Motherfucker. But yeah, I'm... like, it's just... it's not even really a guilty Is it a guilty pleasure? Would you call that a guilty pleasure? I don't know, like, I consider a guilty pleasure and a hate-to-love show different things, I think. Like, for a guilty pleasure show, I feel like it has to be objectively awful for it to truly be something you hate to love. Whereas, or, I mean, truly awful for it to be a guilty pleasure, like unanimously seen as bad. Like Eromanga Sensei, or The Room, or just a bad movie that you've just enjoyed for some reason. Like, you just go, yeah, it's hot garbage, I know, but it's my hot garbage. Whereas a show that you hate to love is like, it has aspects that can be considered really good, but it has these turns and ideas that just make you like, how the fuck am I supposed to make it over there? Like, it has these twists and turns that just make you scratch your head and be like, God damn it, why do you, what? It's the best way I could put it. Just the show that makes you go, what? Why? You had this cool thing, and why? You know? So, I guess that's the difference I see. Like, guilty pleasure is just bad, but something you know you enjoy despite its badness. And hate to love is like a frustrating kind of thing, where it's like, you know it can do better. You've seen that it can do better, but for some reason, it just still, like, decides to pick these options. Wait. Oh God. Wait. Hold on. What? I'm trying to figure this out. Nintendo? Yeah. Nintendo would be a hate to love kind of deal. It's like, yeah, I like Nintendo's stuff. You know, the Switch has gotten a lot of cool games on it, and it's fun to play and everything. And a lot of their games seem to have really done well for them. Like, Super Mario Odyssey, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Metroid Dread. Just all of these recent games that have shown, yes, they have their spirit, they still have it, but they make such stupid turns, like making you pay $60 a month for fucking N64 game access, when really the N64 emulation on that is hot garbage. Like, I've seen footage. You've likely seen footage. Everybody has likely seen footage if you are in any way affiliated with looking at Nintendo's news. You can see that those ports are fucking trash. And then they have things like, oh, we're attaching the Animal Crossing DLC. Like, if they attached the Animal Crossing DLC to the $60 a month thing and made that the only way you could play the DLC expansions of Animal Crossing, even as a non-Animal Crossing player, I would be pissed for my friends. Like, I would actually want to boycott Nintendo for that. God, what's some other ones? Like, obviously, their lack of ever wanting to involve themselves with a virtual console. Their disregard with fan games to the point of just straight up trying to omit them entirely. Jeez, there are, I have so many examples, and others have likely pointed out more examples than I could possibly even convey. But my point is that Nintendo, yeah, I guess would also count as a hate-to-love kind of relationship. It's just like, I want to punch you in the nose, but goddamn it, the times where I don't want to punch you in the nose is the best times ever. Alright, I need to get a red spore thing. And, like, it's not that other game companies also don't have their moments, it's just Nintendo's have been the most prevalent because of, you know, reasons. What the fuck is the red spore thing? Camera wasn't positioned. Dumb. I guess it's more of Oculus for me, but it's Facebook's doing. You've got this awesome headset, but it's controlled by a company with a not so great rep. Might not have its funding without them, though. That's just the begrudgingly accepting case of, like, yeah, you have a corporate overlord, but the corporate overlord is at least keeping the lights on. Like, Nintendo is making enough money with all of the fucking Switch sales as it is. Like, and think that they'd also be able to invest in better online services too, outside of, oh, have all of the retro games that we've been having you buy for the past however many goddamn years, and we're going to make you now pay extra to even to access even more of your childhood that we're holding hostage, because fuck you. And they're even now doing that with Sega games too, with the Genesis edition. So it's just like, what? I don't know. I've bitched about Nintendo a lot and again, I enjoy my Switch, I really do, but clearly, you know, my enjoyment comes from the occasions where I'm not frustrated at them actively putting out a product that has a defect like Joy-Con drift or something like that. There's always something wrong? Yeah, there's never gonna not be something wrong when it comes to any company's reputation or any company's decision making. Because, like, yeah, people have bills to pay and mouths to feed, and ain't nothing in this world for free, and no, you can't slow down, you can't go back.
Hang in there, Sid. I'm doing
Oh, you
everything
know
I
you
can.
wish you could. Oh no, there ain't no rest for the wicked. But it doesn't nonetheless make it just head-scratching, where it's just like, how much of a profit would you lose right now if you just implemented the Virtual Console for the Switch, put all the games from the Wii U era on there, start working on those emulated GameCube games, maybe acknowledge Paper Mario Thousand Year Door's existence because, God forbid, your game that was supposed to support wow, that was not even a sentence. Your game that was supposed to essentially be a sprite flex game ended up being one of the most beloved GameCube games ever. Because, like, I don't know if Thousand Year Door was meant to be a game specifically for sprite flexing, but I mean, if you're gonna disguise a game as beloved as Thousand Year Door, disguise it as something that you clearly could put one over your boss's head for, and they certainly did that. It just sucks that we're never going to get a Paper Mario game like Thousand Year Door ever again. Sprite flexing. Showing off graphics. Yeah, that's the deal, is like, if you look at certain scenes of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, you can essentially pinpoint spots where you can see, hey, this is where we're going to show this many character sprites on screen at once. It's similar to a graphics display for like a, what's the equivalent of that? The equivalent would be, like a graphics showcase for a new engine or something. Like, you know the famous Nintendo World presentation where people were like gushing over the mature Link and everything? Essentially, that's what Thousand Year Door was trying to be like. It was meant to be a graphical showcase. A showcase of like, hey, check out what kind of power the GameCube can have compared to the other consoles. That was not what I was supposed to do. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I can make that jump. Nope, I can't. But yeah, it definitely was more of a thing in the GameCube era, though, because, you know, sprites were more of a deal than polygons. funny enough, I didn't even know I didn't even learn what that was until I watched Wooly Versus playthrough of the game. And it was Wooly Versus' playthrough that made me appreciate the game so much. Like, I never actually finished it myself, but seeing other people enjoy it the way they have, I'm just like, damn, why haven't they done it? And then I see, like, oh, there's a Koopa that literally says, man, I wish I could get me a shawty like that. And I'm like, ah, that explains it. Nintendo does not like that. Nintendo does not like that kind of nice characterization and story building because Miyamoto hates stories in video games. Or doesn't hate, but he doesn't like doing stories in games. He likes their games to be games. Gameplay only. Like, you know those gameplay trailers where a lot of people are pointing out, hey, check out our ray tracing and all of these reflections of water. Think of that, but with sprites, and essentially that's what it is. It's just a graphical showcase. Alright, I've got one more weakness and suit upgrade to get. I genuinely love when evil villains like Koopa's have personality and it's not just beat the baddies. Exactly! Like, there's a moment in Thousand Year Door where you're trying to eavesdrop on some birds to try and learn about a villain's weakness, and there is a just full-on moment where one of them is talking about renewable energy sources. And then another conversation is about their kids' SAT scores, and I'm like, this is a Mario game. It's a fucking Mario game. And you've got crows talking about SAT scores, or a really real scenario where you see this toad who's just an author, like a former famous author who's just down on his luck and unable to do any writing because his wife isn't around to be his muse. And the reason why the wife's not around is because she developed a gambling addiction. And it's just like, fuck, man. What happened to this? What happened to all this shit? I'll tell you what happened. Nintendo happened. Earthbound level dialogue? Yes, exactly. I mean, again, thank God, you know, it seems like Earthbound 4 might potentially not be hit by the Nintendo ban hammer. Like, fingers crossed about that, because we don't know about Shigesato Itoi's whole deal, but we hear that he's more into fan games than Nintendo are, and if that's the case, then he gets my full support, because yeah, that's asinine. But at least we can at the very least say Nintendo doesn't hold their fans in or doesn't hold their players and their employees in contempt like fucking EA does. My mom just fucking texted me, bought any games yet? Almost like the Arya winning son meme.
Yeah, should be easier to get back this way.
There we go. Yeah, I think I may end up buying some games during this sale. Well, I definitely will. I'm just still unsure. Still gonna look around. But yeah, that's kind of all my whole deal is like, just support your fans making your games, man. Just let them do their thing. Like, it's not like they're, you know, stealing from you like wholeheartedly. It's like they're not claiming they own it. Like, unless they're the douche canoes that don't put, hey, Nintendo created Mario, I didn't, this is just a fan project. Like, what would be a good example of, oh, Project M, easily. Do you know what Project M is, Combo? Wow, I completely whiffed that. I thought I could get on there, but I guess not. Metroid? No, actually. Project M, for you and those watching this that have not heard about it, is a modded version of Smash Bros. Brawl that implements the physics and speed of Super Smash Bros. Melee with Brawl's graphics and characters, and essentially lets it be modded to hell and back. And it became an incredibly popular fan creation that let people essentially do whatever the hell they wanted with Brawl's systems. Like, even added in characters. God, what else did they do? They added in characters. They essentially made stages too. Add characters, made stages. There was something. There were a lot of other things, but that was essentially the major ones. And I remember the last updates that were going to happen were apparently Lyn from Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, Isaac from Golden Sun, and Knuckles were going to be added into the game.
Hyatt has convinced the rookie that there is a way out of this. That the overloaded with energy will return everything it was. I fear he's not entirely wrong. I've long theorized that the starseed could produce a cataclysmic space-time event if calibrated incorrectly. What Hyatt is suggesting is not only but threatens all existence throughout the galaxy and beyond. I programmed a manual override in the starseed. Thought that leaving all of our lives in the hands of an AI was fine. It appears I was wrong. Sid never would have made a mistake like this. Death is coming. No one will be saved. The universe is a cold, unjust place. Nothing left to do but wait for it to take us all.
Alright, one more.
I hope you were wrong, because I don't really have any other choice.
But yeah, and the characters were pretty much like, well, I know some were more done than others. But yeah, Project M was a really popular thing to the point where it was featured in a lot of tournaments, but God, I think it was around the time when Cloud was added into Smash Brothers, when they were like, alright, we're shutting down any tournaments that feature Project M in any capacity, and yeah. Burning Hunter. Cool. Like, I'm not entirely sure if it's still being worked. Well, I mean, obviously it probably isn't worked onto any major capacity, but
Use these smokestacks to launch myself into the air.
the dedication of fans can be pretty heavy, so who knows, maybe it'll find some rejuvenation. Also, I still have not found the last void cache. Where is it? Yeah, that was my bad. Alright, they clearly have a path that I need to be set on there. is the last cache? There's one more Void Runner cache that I missed, and I don't know where it is. Destroy that. Yes, I know. Like, this area is fairly linear, so how did I... Where would it be? First, I need to get some... And there aren't really any enemies left, so I'd like to at least switch to the new suit. Ow. Maybe I'll land here, and who knows? I don't know. There we go. Kind of reminds me of the giant bird thing from Mario Sunshine. What is this last void cache? I guess I can't find it. I mean, I might need to look it up. And 2. It's like the equivalent of slapping a fresh tattoo.
It's growing weaker and more desperate.
I mean, I probably wouldn't even switch to the new suit anyway. And there we go. This track, it's a good track. Their Heart Machine are fantastic with their ambient soundtracks. Very atmospheric.
The last of the remnants are gone. It won't be long now.
I don't know what's keeping you here, but nothing you say or do will stop me from activating the Starseed.
You speak with such passion, but the fire in your eyes does not belong to you. You belong to it. All those remnants you killed. Did you ever wonder where they came from? Did they seem familiar?
No, they're abominations. They had to die so my world could survive. It was the only way.
Your grief has made you blind. I am asking you to let go.
I can't do that!
And around we go, spiraling ever downward.
I got squashed.
Sid.
Critical systems offline. Terminal calculation loop. Please try again later.
No! This is my fault.
Alright.
Sorry I did this to you.
Oh, we
but
still got a little ways to go.
I can't turn my back on everything I came here to protect.
Critical systems offline. Terminal
Oh god, it's like the
calculation
equivalent of responding
Please
to a
try
bot,
again
to a bot reply.
Collapsing the Ultra Void is no longer an option. And I won't shut down the Starseed. Not when we're this close. But a chance to start over. To erase all of this suffering. I'd give anything for that.
Critical systems offline. Terminal calculation loop. Please try again later.
Abort calculations.
Abort calculations!
Silver user commands can only be run from the central Starseed conduit. Critical systems offline. Critical systems offline. Booting into emergency.
Alright, well, I'm gonna look up where
Service
that
finished installation.
final void cache is.
How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
What place is this called again? Luminous Peak. Alright. Okay, so... Surrounded by spikes. I think I got that one. I got that one. Wait. I think I missed that. Yeah, I missed that one. That was the one I missed, because I, couldn't find the fucking red spores to finally get that one. Alright, so I know where it is. I'm just gonna go try and get it now. What? Game? Okay, it's not letting me dash onto the thing. Cool. But I know what to do now. I think. I just need to find a spore to, the red spore that can get me up that tower. Passed right through. Okay, cool. Doesn't want to work with me. Thank you, game. Windows, yeah, it's, or like the automated responses that you're supposed to get for, like appointment setting, or like, hey, you set your password for this thing. Please you do not need to reply to this message. But it's like the equivalent of like someone really desperate for human contact or any kind of contact, like going, please, like, hey, do you think I'm pretty? Please, you do not need to reply to this message. You know, if you want to hang out, tell me, please reply to this message. Please reply to this message. Like, that kind of interaction. Kind of like, what was that Gary Oldman movie? Where he, like, falls in love with an AI? Was it called Her? I think it was called Her. It'd be like a much more sad version of her. Okay, so if I can get a red spore thing from here, then I should be able to get the void cache. Hopefully. I don't know. I don't think there's a red one here. So I clearly So yeah, there it is. Yeah, I see it. So the Void Runner cache is up there. I just need to get a red spore thing to shoot up that. Problem is there one that's even close to it? Don't see if there is. It's like it's just a straight shot up, but I don't see. Yeah, I don't know what went wrong there. The red sport thing's up there. I don't know. I'm just trying to find what to do to get this last bit of armor. Oh my god. I'm a fucking idiot. It was that easy. Alright, new armor.
I run the calculation 100 times, each time hoping for a different result. Alas, the truth is in the numbers. We even if we were to power up the Stargate at this very moment, the planet's too far compromised. I know I must carry on if any chance at all of saving our people, but it's too heavy. The mag lifts must be malfunctioning. I can't lift my arms. I need to sit down. I need to gather my strength. I need to tell the others.
And there we are.
Ooh! It's not too late, Tufty. I'll fix this.
Look at that suit! This is a cool fucking suit. Ooh. I wonder what the effect is. I'm gonna check what it is actually when I get to this spot. cool suit.
Critical systems offline. Terminal calculation loop. Please try again.
I'll just wait for...
Critical systems offline. Terminal calculation loop.
Oh, I can't
Please
check.
try again later.
Let's go to a different thing then and try, because I want to see what the suit's effect is. And I feel like I'll finish the game with the default suit because it's iconic looking. Alright, what is this suit's ability? The suit highlights Void Runner stashes when scanning.
How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
If... Mother...
Get moving.
So if I missed any of them up till now, this would have been the suit I would have equipped to finally get them all.
Certainly. How can we help you?
I'll get you back online, Sid.
I am so annoyed. The final suit in the game is the one that I needed the most when finding the other... Motherfucker. I'm so annoyed. God damn it. I could have just waited.
Abort calculations.
Aborting. The starseed is fully functional. Well done.
Sid, you're back online.
Why, yes, it appears we are. It feels as if we've been lost in thought. What happened?
I don't have time to explain, but I'm so glad you're back. And I need your help. I need you to activate the starseed.
Ray, our readings indicate energy signatures far greater.
I know, Sid. And I know the dangers. We don't have time to predict every possible outcome. I'm ready to activate the starseed. Whatever the cost.
Very well, Ray. Beginning starseed activation protocol. Strange. It appears a Void Runner has locked us out of the activation control system. We are unable to proceed.
There has to be another way.
There is a failsafe at the summit of the starseed, which allows for manual override. But Ray, if you reach the top, it is statistically unlikely you will ever come back down.
Sid, thank you. I don't know what will happen next, but I hope to see you on the other side.
We must fight every circuit in our logic core to say this, but we believe we will see you again. Engaging starseed maintenance rail. Good luck, Ray.
Alright. So now we climb to the top of this thing and activate this. Apparently this, well, I mean, it's like an AI that has a bunch of moving parts and circuitry inside of them, so it's like, they refer to themselves as we, kind of like Legion in Mass Effect 2. So yeah, Sid just refers to themselves as we because they're like a collective AI. God, the art direction in this game is so cool looking. Yo, this looks nutty. Okay, there's a cutscene.
This is it.
Never expected you to say nutty. I say nutty. I'm not that much of... I have my
See it
own.
now, don't you?
I have my own. I don't even know what the terminology of that be. Millennial? I don't know. Nutty's a word.
You finally see the truth.
Truth is what I make it. I can bring them all back.
You sound like me. You always do at the end. Do not draw this out. Show some mercy.
Want to hurt you.
Enough. Don't you get it? We were too late. We've always been too late.
I use it for broken fighting game characters. Oh, well, I mean, it can be used for graphical fidelity and cool art styles. I could say it's nutty.
You knew?
Our planet was already lost. But I couldn't face the truth. Thought I could use the Starseed to change what had
Wait.
already come to pass.
Wait, so Echo is Rey?
Who are you?
I'm a relic of the past. And you're the part of me that won't let me forget. Forever repeating our mistakes. We are two halves, split by the Starseed. Eternally tessellating.
So, Rey is like a larger scale version of the cat lady from before. And Echo's like the side that's like, this is already past, our planet's destroyed, everything's gone wrong. And Rey is just continuously causing pain by doing this? What?
That means
The Starseed doesn't reverse time. It just repeats it.
Oh.
Over and over, our world is ripped apart.
So a space-time anomaly happened where the destruction of a planet keeps happening over and over and over again. Fuck.
We've never had a choice. The clouds you dance on are the remains of our home.
I can't accept that. I'll start over. There has to be another way.
Hey, Marmota.
There's only one choice left to make.
We're learning the giant revelation of the main
Destroy
character.
the Starseed. Let me go.
We're learning a revelation that apparently we have been resetting time in multiple cycles. Is this a Metroidvania game? No. I wouldn't say... No, it's not. It's not a Metroidvania. It's more of a linear platformer. In the same vein as Mario Galaxy. If Mario Galaxy had existential space-time mumbo-jumbo. So, yeah, we just had the revelation that our planet is caught in a perpetual sort of time loop where each time we activate this giant-ass device, time resets, and the game's whole cycle will start all over again. Unless we destroy this thing and then just let the black hole consume everything like it's supposed to. Because essentially this is like trying to bend physics to your will, I guess. I don't know. This is a very interesting scenario. Mario Galaxy on roller skates? Oh god, yeah. Like the movement in this game is very... What's the best way to describe it? Moving the main character around on the overworld is kind of like controlling a horse in a video game. It's very drifty, but not in a bad way because the world's design is so open and cylindrical, and it's meant to be floaty. You're in space. So what I'm thinking here is destroy the Starseed, because who am I to doubt a giant disembodied woman with a spear running through her chest? What do you guys think? You think I should destroy it? Or reset time again? Tokyo Tomare. 1秒経過2秒経過3秒経過4秒経過5秒経過6秒経過7秒経過 I think I'll destroy it, because the proof was right there. The planet got destroyed, and she's saying, you idiot, you've been causing me pain and destroying your planet and resetting it and destroying it and resetting it over and over and over. Crazy stuff usually changes things. That is also true. Yeah. Because Lord knows I regret making the whole turn everything back to the way it used to be decision when I played Bastion. So let's destroy it.
You listen. Why this time? It's killing you. For once, I can't see past this moment.
So yeah, Echo had essentially been seeing you make the same mistakes over and over, and she's like, God damn it, stop. And now you've stopped.
I see it now. There's no saving them. All I did was prolong their suffering.
Yep.
I'm so sorry.
Oh God.9秒経過。やったー。Alright, damn. Oh,
Pain is gone.
the bloody
feel-
veil.
Like I can breathe again.
Oh, cool. Look at this. I've turned into, God, what was the... A specific character comes to mind in regards to how this design is, but I can't think of it. Ori? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. That was gonna bug me. Yeah. Very Ori-like.
Sid?
It's... How are you? Oh, we knew we would see you again.
So, we'll continue with these revelations in a moment, but I actually need to use the restroom really badly, so, pardon me for just a moment, everyone. Will is saving his game. No, I was taking a fat piss. I needed to take a monster pee.
But something is different. Your presence is activating long dormant memory cells.
Sid? You see me?
Oh, no more heroes.
So.
Yes, that's right. Except
How
I
long
was.
has it been? I wasn't sure I still
Except
existed.
unlike Travis,
I
I
never thought I'd
wipe.
talk to you again.
We are remembering everything. Our arrival. The deaths of the Void Runners. The
Oh
end of
God,
our
Sid
planet.
witnessed all of this and kept forgetting
much has
everything
been
too.
lost.
Damn.
And yet, we are still here. We believe we missed you.
I missed you too, Sid.
Even still, you are not complete. Does that make sense?
Ray, we destroyed the Starseed. It's not over yet, is it?
You'd better go see for yourself.
But yeah, essentially the main character and Echo converged into one being. Oh, wow. Yo!
She broke the cycle, but she still became a monster. Just like every time before.
So that's... Oh. Oh, so it's like a giant Darklink fight. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. And, Marmota, if you know the game Shadow of the Colossus, this game has given many vibes of Shadow of the Colossus with its boss fights. Because the bosses in this game have been freaking huge. I know that game, nice. Yeah, they've been cool, and any game that gives me vibes of Shadow of the Colossus is a game that immediately endears to me. And when I was seeing gameplay footage of this shown off, like, was it a couple years back? It was during an E3, I think, and it was shown off, and it just, like, seeing that was like, wow. Where did you buy it? Off the PlayStation Store. I believe it's the only way to get it right now is on PlayStation. I think it's only PlayStation exclusive. I could be wrong. You can get it on PS4 platforms. It is only on... Oh, it's on Epic Game Store. It's on Windows, PS4, PS5, and Epic Game Store. Yeah, it's Epic, yeah. So, there you go. It is available on PC, you just need to get it on Epic Game Store. And I know people have misgivings towards Epic, but at least it's a PC option for those with PC. And funny enough, Marmota, I got it on PlayStation, but not the PlayStation 4. I don't know if you've been keeping up with my streams, but I became a very lucky person recently and have managed to acquire a PS5. I have a PS5 now. See? Different user interface. So, yeah, I've been playing this on PS5, and feels cool to be a part of the PS5 Cool Kids Club.
She ended the Starseed cycle, so you might have the chance to end another. She's still part of you, isn't she?
So essentially you're fighting... Yeah, it is a Darklink fight.
I spent lifetimes watching her become a twisted and cruel monster. Clutching at her version of the truth.
She didn't know, but she does now.
Doesn't matter
Oh,
anymore.
so now I'm playing... Oh, wait, no, I'm
I
playing
have
as
to
Echo
end this.
and about to kill
Does she
Ray.
need to be destroyed?
Oh.
Perhaps there's another way.
But yeah, it's not PlayStation exclusive, and if I know... Well, I wouldn't say I know...
Look at her. What do you see?
I wouldn't say I know, but I imagine Heart Machine, the people that developed this game, they won't keep it, like, super exclusive to Epic Store and PlayStation for long. Hyper Light Drifter is pretty much on everything, so I imagine it'll be the same case for this game down the line.
She's angrier at herself than anything else. Her hate, her sorrow, my guilt. I see myself. We're the same, but she's beyond saving.
You were too, once.
I don't have a choice. I need to put her out of her misery.
Why put someone out of their misery when you can pull them out?
Is Hyper Light Drifter in this universe or separate? Oh, separate. It is an entirely separate story. These games don't share a universe. Like, unless you want to count them having a fairly similar color palette, but no. No, they have separate stories. And very separate art styles as well. Like, you can definitely feel traces of how Hyper Light Drifter evolved into this. But Hyper Light Drifter is more of a fast-paced action Souls-like game, whereas this is more of an atmospheric platformer game. Which, you know, interesting evolution, but yeah.
No! No!
Yeah, see how this right here is Shadow of the Colossus. Like, feeling the scale. Beautiful. Oh god, yeah. As I said, the art direction in this game has been really good.
Let me die!
Oh, balls. It's good. It's really beautiful. Yeah, it's a pretty looking game. Wow, I just got fucking squashed. Minimalistic. Yeah, like, that's the thing that I like about it is, like, yeah, it's visually stunning, but it's not visual fidelity stunning. Wow. It's going for art style over realistic, which is nice. There we go. There. E.
You better be right about this, Sid.
Oh, hello. So I'm trying to heal her? Actually, you want to know what this gives me vibes of with the whole concave arena and the large, you know, enemy? I'm reminded of the final fight of Bayonetta 1. Because you fought the final boss of Bayonetta 1 was fought in a big old spear where you had to dodge a bunch of stuff. So this is giving me major Bayonetta 1 vibes.
I don't know why, but you helped me. I know you're still in there.
Yeah, this is the kind of movement and art style I've been going through for the past parts in this little stream series I've been doing. And yeah, I can say Heart Machine definitely made me feel good about this one. Now, whether or not I say it's better or worse than Hyper Light Drifter, I don't know. I might have to answer that question with a possible Hyper Light Drifter stream series. to, you know, maybe just kind of see which of the two I prefer more, but I don't want to discredit this game in any way. I just kind of want to also play Hyper Light Drifter again, because that game is kick-ass. Oh, I just barely got there.
We're still here. And we're not alone. We can't go back and change the past. We have to pick up the pieces and fix what's left. The truth is a heavy burden, but we can carry it together.
If I still had my nut button app on my phone right now, I would have hit it so hard.
Ray?
Yo,
Ray?
that's cool.
Ray?
Holy fuck, yeah, holy fuck.
You've managed to end the cycle. Time moves on. The Ultra Void is stable now.
But there's so much work to be done. So much to rebuild.
Our heart aches for the loss of those we all cared for. And the home none of us can return to. But what's left here is not without potential. This could be a place to start something new. Are you all right, Ray?
A crab?
I think
No, that was more of a... Think of that more of a
I
slug
will be.
person. That dude looked like a crab. Yeah, I saw more of a slug with the eyes, but yeah, that I could see that. Masterpiece? It was good. It was good. I can certainly say this game was good. Definitely high levels on the art direction, although there were some bits that kind of caught me off. Like, sometimes the collision detection would be weird, but overall, game's good. Now, the big question is, I finished this pretty quickly. I mean, you did see 10 minutes of game. Yeah, that's true. And I mean, all my other VODs are on my YouTube channel, so you can see them there. But yeah, with how fast I finished this game, I'm gonna be blunt, I think $40 is a bit much, because the thing that made Hyper Light Drifter such a big one for me was that Hyper Light Drifter was not too expensive in regards to its price point. Let me find its like store page, because I think it's on sale right now. But should where was it? There it is. Store page. Oh, it's not on sale. All right. Well, it is $20, so it's half the price of this. But I've played this for 22. I played Hyperlight for 22 hours. To the point of my looking at my Steam page. And this, I don't know how long I don't know how many hours, but definitely less than that. Like, I would say less than, let's see, looking at my YouTube VODs, I would say, let's see. Oh, it was a 4-parter stream. This is not a long game. Let's see. I'd say it's about a 10-hour game. And it's like, yeah, you know, Hyperlight Drifter could probably be beaten just as quickly, but at the very least, Hyperlight Drifter didn't cost $40. Now, here's the deal. I could see the value of $40 being like, oh, you know, you don't judge a game solely by its length to be $60 and everything, but this case might feel a bit different to Metroid Dread. You know, like, I don't know how to put it. It just, something in me says that $40 for this game is a bit too much. Maybe if it was like $30 or $25, it would be a bit more worth the money. But as for the amount that it's asking, I mean, if you liked what you saw, go for it. You know, hopefully, you know, you find the value in there that I probably didn't, but I think it may be a bit much. I don't know, because the other deal about Drifter is that it felt like it was replayable. You know, it was short, sweet, and could be replayed a bunch to try and master the combat, but this, it's like a straightforward story. It's like, what's left? I definitely haven't 100%ed it, but I don't think there's anything I can carry into a New Game Plus, if there is a New Game Plus. So, yeah, that's kind of it. So, 8 hours. 8 hours I've gone through this. So, yeah. Not a bad time. Just feels... So what then? I guess what then is, oh, I almost 100%ed it too. Damn. What did I miss? Is it correct? I just think that this game might be asking a bit. Fuck, I think I messed up. You're good. You're good, Marmota. I can get what you mean. I just think, like, Metroid Dread is roughly the same amount of time, I believe. But, like, again, if you think $40 is a good enough price point for a game like this, far be it from me to say, you know, don't get it. Ah, you meant to say what now? Okay. Well, I wanted this to be a finale of this game, and I'm gonna let this be the finale of this game. This is actually the last stream that I'm gonna do before the holiday stuff happens, and I have my Christmas time with my family and go see my dad's half of the family in a different area. So the next stream that I'm gonna do probably won't be until next week. Possibly not until the 28th or the 29th. And I'll probably tell you guys some interesting stuff that I did while I was up there. But yeah, I'm gonna be going to Minnesota to see my grandpa and my grandma. Send you my regards. Well, thank you, Marmota. I appreciate that. But I'll update you guys on Twitter about some things as well. But yeah, overall opinions, good game. Good game. But if you want my honest regard as to price point, maybe wait for a sale. You know, use this stream as an indication if you really think this game is worth your while or not. But in the future, I think I definitely want to do a Hyper Light Drifter stream series to sort of compare the two. As for my opinions on Heart Machine, I mean, they've proven themselves to be pretty adept developers. I mean, fuck, Netflix, I think, is even getting in on the Hyper Light Drifter action by making a series out of it. I don't remember if it was going to be animated or live action, but it's happening. And I think, was it the producer of Castlevania that was going to work on it? I think it was him. I'll look that up before I end. It's an animated series. Okay. Yeah, animated. Hyper Light Drifter, Netflix animated series based on the independent game, developed by Heart Machine, and is currently being developed by producer Adi Shankar. Yep. Famous for Castlevania and adapting, and is working on an adaptation of Assassin's Creed and Devil May Cry. Okay, that's gonna be an interesting one. Oh man, like oh my god, okay. Well, at least it's gonna be animated, because frankly, I don't know how you could do a world like Hyper Light Drifters in live action. You didn't know that? Yeah, it's Netflix kind of dropped onto a lot of video game productions after Castlevania kind of proved, hey, turns out if you do it right, video game adaptations can be really, 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 really good. So, yeah, guess look forward to that. I have not heard any other news outside of an adaptation is in the works, but if Adi Shankar is in charge of it, who's to say that that won't work? Because damn, want a Dark Souls animated series? If Adi Shankar became in charge of it, I actually would probably say cool to that too. But funny enough, Adi Shankar, the man that I just described, he also stated his wanting and pleading of the prospect of making a proper Berserk adaptation. So that man deserves my full respect. So, yeah. I guess with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoyed yourselves for this finale. And, yeah. The next game I'm going to do after this, I think I'll probably just go ahead and jump into Yakuza 3. Because I've had Yakuza's 3 through 5 sitting on the on the home screen of this PS5, and I'm like, all right, I've taken enough of a break from Yakuza. Let's get back into it. So, look forward to that. And as for SMT, I'll be continuing on that, and I'll also be looking for a roguelike to play as sort of a break game to sort of chill and talk with. So, yeah. I'll update you guys on Twitter as to my activities, and yeah, hopefully the rest of you have a wonderful holiday season. So you guys won't see me for a bit, but Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and may love and care find each and every one of you. Take care, guys.